session. Jeremy, you're up.
All right. Morning, guys.
Morning.
And gals. Just wanted to kind of give you guys a quick update. I know I've visited with each of you on the phone, but I wanted to come meet in person just to let you guys know a quick progress update on the Bird City Clinic project that we're working on. It was approved by our board at our last hospital board meeting that we would move forward with the purchase of piece of property in Bird City that would potentially in the future be the new clinic location for our rural health clinic over in Bird. We've been looking at a piece of land over there for quite some time now, and the sellers agreed on a price. So the Bird City Century 2 Foundation has a fund set up that has funding that will be available to purchase that land. In addition to the funds that are set up with the Bird City Century 2, we're writing some additional grants, hoping to fully fund that project with donations and grants. So that way we won't have any requirements to spend any taxpayer money or future bonds or anything like that, no tax increases. So it's an exciting opportunity to make some improvements on that clinic over there. I know that it does the job that we need it to do right now, but at the same time I know that there's some things that people have made recommendations on. So if we can do that and not have to take money out of the bank account, then that's even better. So looking forward to that. Probably the next steps is the Cheyenne County Title and Abstract is setting a date for next week for a closing on that property. And then as soon as we do that, then we'll start moving forward with the drawings with the architecture company that we have been talking to that specifically works in healthcare, so they know all of the regulations that healthcare entails and will help us out with that. Once we start getting some of those renderings, then I think it'll increase our chances to receive some of those grants. So other than that, I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to kind of ask any questions if you had any about the project. I know they've talked about it for a couple of years here and there, but over the last probably 5 or 6 months, we've really got the ball rolling on it. So.
Well, I know I've talked with Century 2 and with a couple of the doctors and people in Bird City. They're all pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think the location it's a great location.
Yeah.
It's across the street from the fire department,
Mm-hmm.
an EMS building,
Yeah.
across from the sheriff's.
Okay.
Okay, no, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that big, and the bank.
Yeah, real good location and on the main street that you'd come into town on, so easy to find.
And it's a nice big lot for you to have
Yeah.
parking and,
Real nice lot, yeah.
and like I say, I've talked with a few of the council members over there and they're all excited about it.
Yeah, we are too, so.
They have any idea what the total cost of the project will be?
Yeah, I mean, for the building project, it's probably gonna be estimated around 1.1 million. And that's an unfinished basement and around 3,000 square feet of finished main floor. We're gonna try to make it a pretty low maintenance facility since we don't have a lot of staff over there to maintain, grass and mowing and things like that. But overall, I think the staff that we do have will be able to do some of the cleaning and things like that. So.
Are you gonna have extra room to rent out to some other?
I know that was originally talked about. The way that it's designed right now, at least on the footprints, is mainly just rural health clinic. there might be like one room or something like that, that if we needed to either have an additional provider at it, or if there was maybe a therapist or something like that that wanted to rent out a room, then they would have that capability. It's definitely more than what we need right now, but there's not, like originally I think it was a 6,000 square foot blueprint, and the cost for that and what we have obviously available was just not adequate, so we scaled it back and did, put something together that we could afford and not have to go into debt or end up paying the foundation a rent payment, because I know that was discussed at one time and that it was not in favor to go from owning a building to then renting or leasing something.
And then will the county own it?
Yes. Yeah.
And the other one you'll sell that and
Yes.
to help kind
Yep,
of
correct.
offset the costs?
Yep, and we're gonna wait to even put that up for sale until after the new clinic is fully operational. That way, we don't have to worry about the buyer wanting to get into it before we have something ready. Yeah, and I know that since the property value's over a certain threshold, we'll have to go through that bid process of accepting bids on it. So we'll go through that formality at that time whenever that gets here. It's hard to say, time frame wise how long it'll take, especially the fact that we're gonna fund it fully before we go through that process. But the hope is that we can get it funded, at least in the next 12 months, if not sooner.
So whereabouts do you go for grants?
So there's a few grants out there that we have our eye on. One in particular is Patterson, which you guys may have heard of. I think they are doing several things, not just in healthcare, but other things throughout the state. That's a foundation that was set up from the founder of Cerner Corporation, which is probably the second largest electronic medical record company in the world, and they're based in Kansas, and that happens to be the electronic medical record that we use at the hospital too. But they have put out lots of funds, especially over the last 3 or 4 years. They've really ramped up on granting and awarding things, and we've personally spoken to some of the reps there, and they are very interested in our project. They've actually even funded a full hospital over in eastern Kansas, but that was kind of a special project that was near and dear to the founder's heart, but they have healthcare specific at the top of their list. Another one is, of course, there's some Dane G. Hansen funds out there, and then we're working with a company called Tumbleweed Resources, and they're helping us kind of pinpoint some of those grants that are specific to healthcare and clinic projects. So everybody that we've talked to is pretty optimistic that this project shouldn't be real hard to get funded for the dollar amount that it is, even though $1 million is a lot of money, and it sounds like a lot of money, and it is a lot of money, but we almost have probably 40% of the funding already slated for that project. So in addition to that, we'll have some furnishings that we'll end up needing to put in the building, obviously office equipment and things like that, but we'll look at that whenever we get a little bit closer. But there's a possibility that we could also do some tax credits for a portion of that, which would be a nice addition to the grants that we're hoping to receive.
Deal.
Exciting.
It is.
Any other questions about that project or anything else going on at the hospital? Okay. Sounds good. Well, if you guys ever need anything, I think I gave you my cell phone number, so you guys
Thank
reach
you.
out. Yep.
Thank you,
You
Jeremy.
guys enjoy your weekend.
Thank you.
Hope we get some moisture today.
That's what-
Yeah. Thank you guys. Thanks. Yeah, good to see you. Thanks. Have a good one.
You too, have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Hi, Steve. Come on up.
I just had a couple items today.
Okay.
Along with the recent expenses.
Roger has a question, Tri-State Irrigation expense.
Yes, that was for the new water tanker trailer and all
Okay.
the plumbing.
Okay.
We took the old spray bar and the valve to actually, to shut it on and off, and had to adapt that onto the new trailer that we bought. And that's just gonna be for the parts and all that, to do that.
You might want to look up at that old hangar, because there's boxes and boxes of old big 3-inch valves.
Oh, really?
Water- Yeah, so you go to, clear to the back wall and down, and it's, I think, all the counties.
Oh, okay.
So you might want to look at that.
Yeah, that'd be good to, might be able to tap into that. That's what that was for, though.
Thank you.
I thought we were irrigating somewhere.
Yeah, not yet. We'll probably be irrigating roads before long, when it dries up. And then some on the bumper to bumper, that's largely gonna be, I think the two bigger ones were bushings for 219, and then brake work on belly dump, 303 belly dump trailer.
303. Okay.
And then mower parts largely from Yoast. That's the killer. U-joints and drive line on one of them. And then from Bruckner, that was the parts that we were doing ourselves.
For the
And
Mac.
the initial quote he gave me was, I think, like $3,800 on the parts. Well, they didn't send all the parts. So the steering box is leaking, and you really can't rebuild those, I guess. I mean, that would be ideal, but that apparently not an option. So they're supposed to deliver a steering box, and that hasn't showed up yet. So there'd be an additional part there on that to get that Mack truck up and running. You could drive it now, but it's leaking, and it's kind of a safety issue in my mind to get it fixed. Any more questions on that? There is a small arid landfill workshop in July 24th and 25th in Garden City. It's going to be presentation and discussions that are related to conditions at small arid landfill. They pass that around. I just made one copy, but and I think Byron said it'd been almost 8 years, I think now, since he's been to any formal training workshops. And I was gonna seek approval to have him attend that. It looks like, it mentions the $30 registration fee, but I think government employees get in free. So it'd be the cost of the
Transportation.
hotel, which is showing up there at 107 a night, it'd be 2 nights.
What do you think on that right there? We were kind of, oh, sorry.
Well, yeah,
On that.
That?
Yeah, what he's thinking on charging.
I really would rather not do that at this time. We've talked about this before, and
Okay.
it's maybe something that's, you may want to kick around some more, but
need to,
I think it's.
you don't need a
just-
motion.
I think it's
Okay,
a,
so we can go ahead.
I'm
and-
fine
No,
with
it's
it.
just approval.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're good with that, Ron? You're good with
I'm
that?
good with that, yeah.
Okay.
And covered up notes. The last thing was, and I hadn't heard back from, need to get an order or a load of cold patch asphalt delivered. We haven't picked any up yet this year. I don't have a current price. I've been in contact with the guy this week, and he said he was gonna get it to me this morning, and he still hasn't. Last year it was $160 a ton delivered. And I think our loads, we've been getting 8 tons. I'd like to get 10 tons, get a little bit more. I'm sure we'll go through it. We used last year's pile up without much trouble. And then, so it'd be rough, like I said, I don't have an exact price right now. It's probably gonna be in the neighborhood of $1,600 to $1,700 for 10 tons.
We'll need a motion on that then, right?
You
Up
had
to
to
a
get
certain amount.
Pardon?
that stored out here?
Out at we might, yeah, we'll probably put it out with the weed department building. We've got a spot there.
Okay, it don't have to be like in a bunker type thing.
Well, we've kinda got a pseudo bunker that we started out there
Okay.
to put it in.
I don't know, I just was wondering, so.
And that way it'll be fenced off too, so we won't have to worry about
Yeah.
it driving away.
I move we purchase 10 ton of cold patch, not to exceed 1,800.
I'll second it.
Is that
Been
right?
moved and seconded to purchase coal patch not to exceed 1,800. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed?
And I think that's all I had today, unless
You said last time it was 160.
it was 160, yeah.
You never know, freight could go up or,
That's what I'm afraid of. He didn't come right out and say it'd be the same as it was a year ago, so I'm guessing it's changed a little bit. Okay,
Okay.
I think that's it.
Steve, thank you. I was gonna call you later. I said something that somebody talked. I'll just call you.
Okay, yeah, give me a shout.
No big
I'll,
deal.
I'll be over north of Bird. We've got
All right.
culvert that's getting away from us again.
What is it with you and Colbert's this week?
Yeah, that's a constant thing.
We're getting good rain.
Yeah, that's right.
Have a good weekend, Steve.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you. I'm gonna get Hanny up here.
I think Cody's up here.
I hear him, you're right. You want us to go through again?
It's me again.
Hello, Cody.
How you guys doing?
Brought his gun with him this time. Brought his gun with him this time.
Yeah, we'll pay attention.
Yeah.
they got a conceal and carry out of you know.
Get fun. Hi. I would like to talk to you gentlemen about unelected personnel.
How long?
We'll say 10 minutes at most.
Move we have 10 minutes executive session for non-elected personnel.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded for 10 minutes of executive session for non-elected personnel. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.